probably not been here millions of years, but it's certainly been here a few thousand years. Eventually it will disappear, but by that time everybody will know it's here, it will be recorded, the mountain will serve its purpose, its function. And I think that, you know, this has been and probably still is important to Native American people. The chances are they come to this area, they may not know exactly the spot that they would say was the place of emergence now, but we could say, as was suggested to me by somebody here, maybe this is the Sci-Spi, and I think that ultimately it is. It's like the Amora gateway in Peru, which is considered by many an interdimensional doorway, the doorway between worlds. This is very similar. So here we are. I mean, but as I said, we'll do a short attunement here, but we'll go round to the actual site of the binary site. So we know the exact spot. So, and that's where we'll do the full meditation, the full activation. But when we see that snake coming out, he's going to come out of here, okay? So.
One thing, when I used to do tours here that I shared with people is, you know, in our world, Judeo-Christian world with the Abrahamic religions, we have a creation story in the Bible. And we were told that this continent was populated by people who came across the Siberian land bridge from Eurasia, all down. If you talk to these Native American people here, they say, no, that's not where we live. They all have a story of an emergence, some sort of emergence out of the ground, where the earth gave birth to them as a people. Near here, there's a place called Montezuma's Well. It's a large hole in the ground that now has water in it. And then the Yavapai creation story, that is their place of emergence. Long ago, before there was water, they emerged out of that hole, and then they were met by Kachinas. Kachina is a Hopi word that means spirit and star being. And so when you go anywhere in the desert southwest, you'll see these Kachina dolls. And there's an endless variety of them because there's an endless variety of different kinds of spirits that they come. So that's what the place of emergence is called Sipapu. That's what we're talking about here, as this being a Sipapu.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This is it. Okay. Right. What I suggest is that everybody gets himself comfortable here. As I said, this is just part 1 of 2. So, I mean, you can go wherever you want, sit wherever you want, but we'll be focusing obviously on the doorway itself to make sure it's well oiled when it opens. Although it's a doorway of light, so it hasn't got any mechanical part.
We're going to do a meditation.
Perfect. Got me my nice little chair.
I mean, if anybody wants to put there anything, crystals or anything like that, or whatever, then my suggestion would be put them there, pick them up, take them to the centre point, so that you made the connection, made the link, and then obviously we'll be coming back here on the way back anyway. So if you want to leave any offerings, or that's the other thing. If you want to leave offerings to the spirits, I mean, obviously the ancestors. If you've got any tobacco, then that's good. Small crystal, even a coin. You know, just to pay your respects to the spirits. And if you haven't got anything, don't worry, it's no problem. Be aware of their presence and say thank you. Thank you for their guidance and their guardianship.
I just want to be closer for the audio.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you, dear.
From the moment that we got on the trail to the moment we leave. And then you're on your own. No,
I think they're aware of it.
I would like to think so.
They know we're here.
You know, as I said, you know, when we went out,
This is the snake door.
when we came here before, all he was tapped on the back, as if like somebody was tapping him, like this. As if to, and that was just as we were about to leave, saying, right, okay, we followed you, we've been with you, goodbye. You're on your own now.
I left here last night.
Yeah.
I just kept feeling just like I was being watched.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
an ill feeling. It was just, there were people just watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
The spirits are always watching. The ancestors, the ancestors are here.
Okay, right, does everybody want to take their places? All right. Right, okay, we're nearly there. Right, okay, right, let's go for this. As I say, this is one of two, part one of two. So, first thing I want you to do, just be aware of a pinpoint of light roughly in the circle of us. So right in front of the doorway where I'm facing now, just a pinpoint of light just about 3 feet off the ground. I want you to focus your mind on that. And I want you to see that expanding outwards, getting larger and larger, becoming a ball of light, almost like a star of light that increases in size, gradually reaches towards us and actually goes through us out in every direction. So going upwards, outwards into the greenery around us, the trees, the bushes, going towards the doorway. But don't open the doorway yet, just be aware that it's still a physical rock doorway. So I want that light now to have engulfed all of us. So extend it out beyond us, towards the mountain itself, towards Snake Mountain, back along the creek in every direction, towards the binary site which we'll go to shortly. And as we do this, I just want us to be aware of the ancestors of this place. We're talking about the Zuni, the Hopi, and the various other tribes and First Nations that have been connected with this locality for tens of thousands of years. Just be aware that we're in their sacred place. Just be aware of their presence around us. You don't have to see them. Just be aware of their presence, that they are here to watch what we are doing, to protect us and guide us. And we must be respectful that we are on their land, in their magical zone, the whole time that we are here. And obviously if they have any messages or want to show you any images or impressions, let them do so. But now I want us to be focused on the doorway itself. This is the Sipapu of Snake Mountain. We know that there was one and is one in this area. We know that the Zuni believed this and came to this area with that belief, as was told to us by Clifford Nahuti long before the beatniks, the hippies, the New Agers, before Sedona became a centre. They came here because they knew it was sacred. They knew this area was important. And we now sit in front of this doorway, and we are going to see this doorway opening, if only temporarily for this moment. But so I want you to concentrate on it. I want you now to try and to change the solid rock, the solid sandstone, into light. I want you to see this from the very centre going outwards. But I want you to see it almost like a curtain that opens from the centre to create almost like a rip, an opening in 3D reality into multi-dimensional reality. So it's almost like it's opening to form like a slit that gradually opens from the middle outwards towards the sides, like the curtain of a theatre opening upwards and outwards. And with that, I want you, with your point of consciousness now, to look into where we're going. So this is an opening into the beneath world, the world of tunnels, caves and underground rivers and thick layers of quartz that exist beneath this mountain. And I want you to peer inside this cave system, because down here somewhere is the guardian of this place, and it is the great snake. Great snake of the Zuni. What is the name? Remind me?
Lawanda.
Lawanda. Just be aware of that name. But in many ways, we're not trying to activate the snake now. We're going to do that shortly. But I want you, with your point of consciousness, just to peer inside this cave system, almost as if like some roving part of your third eye can go down there and look. Just look around, and then I want you to see you entering a much larger chamber. It's a chamber in darkness, but it's huge. And I want you, with your own astral light, to begin to light it up now. To feel that as this expands, it begins to illuminate the interior of this huge, massive chamber. And as you do this, I want you to become dimly aware that there is a presence in here. It is serpentine. It is a huge snake, and as the light just begins to illuminate its form, you can begin to see a massive head, a head that is incredibly huge. But as you do this, you can see that the snake appears to be asleep. Just look upon the head of the snake, and as we look at it, the eye opens, and now it is aware of your presence. Now is the time for us to withdraw. I want you to come out, back to your place, back to your physical body. The wonder has awoken. It knows why we're here. We will connect again with Lawanda when we reach the exact point of the binary site, the exact location. So come out, back into your physical body. Be aware that the doorway is now closed again. It's now physical rock. We now know it can open and will open again when the time is right and the moment is right, when we complete our ceremony. One last thing though, we sent out a lot of light. I want you to feel that light, the excess light. Some of it we leave behind, but the rest we take away. So I want you to feel that light withdrawing back towards us now, back through us. So as we created it, it's now going back in reverse and withdrawing from behind us and around us to a pinpoint of light. Just a pinpoint. Focus your mind on that pinpoint of light. Feel as if you can almost control it, control where it goes, what it does. Now I want you to see that pinpoint of light going into the doorway and disappearing. Okay, that's all we need to do here. So in your own time, I want you to open your eyes.